Hello students, how you are doing? So I think now you are feeling mathematics is very simple, correct or not? Yes, if you watch the video till end slowly, and one more thing, if you write along with me, mathematics will be very easy because I explain in very simple and easiest way. So here already we started the integration by parts, and in the last class I gave 4 questions as a homework. In the today's class first I will start with that homework question. Here I wrote that homework question and already you are familiar. Integration by parts, I gave the formula, the simplest formula, and I told you how to use I late. Here which function gives you a 0 after certain differentiation, usually the general basic thing. Which terms after differentiation of certain steps gives 0, you have to take that as a first function. So first function into second function, keep the first function as it is, integration of second function minus, write down that integration sign, integration of second function into differentiation of first function. First homework question, x into cos inverse x. Here, see here, I is the inverse trigonometric functions, and here we have to rearrange first inverse because we don't know. Suppose if you write this is the second function, we have to write integration of second function. We don't know integration of cos inverse x. So cos inverse x is the first, x is the second. I inverse is the first, a algebraic is the second. This is the first function and this is the second function. See, according to that formula only I am writing first function as it is, integration of second function, integration of x square by 2 minus integration sign. Whatever the term you are writing, just write down that term into differentiation of first function minus 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. For our convenient, I am writing this as minus into minus plus, I took 1 by 2 also outside, x square upon root of 1 minus x square. And here we cannot apply partial fraction. We cannot say it is an improper because it is under a root. So at that time I am going for a substitution. Put x is equal to sin theta or cos. Which one you want you can use, because under root 1 minus x square means if you want you can write or sin or cos. Here I am writing sin theta. Dx is equal to differentiation of sin theta is cos theta into d theta. What is theta? Theta is sin inverse x. Our convenient, just I wrote here. Now here x square upon, here we cannot write because the substitution is only for with integration sign, plus 1 by 2, x is sin square theta upon root of 1 minus sin square theta, dx is cos theta into d theta. This is x square by 2 cos inverse x plus 1 by 2 sin square theta, and you are familiar with identity, 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta into cos theta into d theta. And I am keeping the formula as it is, that is very important. These formulas problems I will rub, you are familiar, and this substitution also I will rub because you can remember easily. Now x square by 2 into cos inverse x plus 1 by 2 sin square theta, here square root and square get cancels, cos theta into cos theta d theta. This cos and cos get cancels. This is x square by 2 cos inverse x plus 1 by 2. Now what is remaining? Sin square theta is remaining. Yes students, tell me, are you familiar with integration of sin square? No, but we know multiples and submultiples. Sin square is 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. this is x square by 2 cos inverse x as it is 1 by 4. This 2 I took outside. Now integration of 1 with respect to theta is theta. Integration of cos 2 theta is sin 2 theta divided by 2 plus c. Before converting that in terms of x, first I will simplify. Sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta into cos theta plus c. 2 get cancels. So this is x square by 2 cos inverse x plus 1 by 4 theta minus sin theta into cos theta plus c. And just go back and see what is the substitution. The substitution is x is equal to sin theta. If x is sin theta, you are familiar, theta is sin inverse x and cos theta is root of 1 minus sin square theta, that is root of 1 minus x square. This is x square by 2 cos inverse x plus 1 by 4 theta is sin inverse x, sin theta is x, cos theta is root of 1 minus x square plus c. If you want, you can remove the bracket, take 1 by 4 inside the bracket, otherwise keep as it is. Now moving to the next homework question. That is integration of x into cos inverse x upon root of 1 minus x square into dx. If you are thorough in the differentiation, easily you can write. Here I am writing cos inverse x as a theta. Differentiation of cos inverse is minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square into dx is d theta. For your convenient, I am writing the problem like this. See here, in the problem we have 1 upon root of 1 minus x square into dx. That means this value. Here the same value we have, only thing is it is minus. So we can write it as minus d theta. And what is x? This value. Cos inverse x is theta, implies x is equal to cos theta. Yes, write on that. X value is cos theta. Cos inverse x is theta and this total value is minus d theta. I wrote minus outside, and see here, when you see this formula, we are remembering it is in the form of cos x into x. Why I am writing like this? Because students are familiar with the value x. They are solving the problem always in terms of x. See, this problem and this problem are similar or what? X means what you are taking? Algebraic. See, A. And cos x is trigonometric. First A comes, then T comes. Theta into cos theta into d theta. Instead of theta, instead of x we have a theta. Just compare with that. Now this is a first function and this is a second function. So apply that formula. What is outside minus we have in the bracket? First function as it is, integration of cos theta is sin theta minus integration sin. Whatever the term we are writing here, just write down that value, sin theta. Differentiation of theta with respect to theta is 1. Remove the bracket. Minus theta sin theta minus into minus plus sin theta into d theta. So we got minus theta sin theta. Differentiation of sin theta is minus cos theta plus c. See here, theta is cos inverse x. Sin theta, remember, with the help of this, sin theta is root of 1 minus cos square theta, that is root of 1 minus x square. Then your final answer is minus theta is cos inverse x. Sin theta is root of 1 minus x square minus cos theta. Cos theta is x plus c. And remember that minus c is outside. It is not under root. Plus c. This is the second homework question. Moving to the third one. X into sin inverse x into sin inverse x upon root of 1 minus x square. It is exactly similar to previous. Here put sin inverse x is equal to theta. Differentiation of sin inverse x is 1 upon root 1 minus x square into dx is d theta. See what is x? X is sin theta. X is equal to sin theta. Sin inverse x is theta. 1 upon root 1 minus x square into dx is d theta. Already in the previous example I explained. Again it is just like previous. So theta is a algebraic, sin theta is a trigonometric. Theta is the first term, sin theta is the second term. This is the first one and this is second one. So what the rule tells? First function as it is. Different integration of second. Integration of sin theta is minus cos theta minus integration sin. Already I told whatever the function you are writing, just simply write down that. It is minus cos theta. Differentiation of first function. Differentiation of theta with respect to theta is 1. It is minus theta cos theta minus into minus plus cos theta into d theta. Now we have to convert everything in terms of x because the problem is in the form of x. See theta is sin inverse x cos theta with the help of this. Cos theta is equal to root of 1 minus sin square theta, that is root of 1 minus x square. So minus theta, theta is what? Sin inverse x. Cos theta is root of 1 minus x square plus, so I wrote one more, I have to write one more, minus theta cos theta, integration of cos theta is sin theta plus c. Sin theta is x plus c. Moving to the next question, one more question I gave as a homework. Next, integration of x square plus 1 into log x. Yes, tell me. X square plus 1 is a which type of a function? Is it a algebraic or what? Yes, this is algebraic, this is logarithmic. Which function comes first? Log. Integration of log x comes first. X square plus 1 into dx. So first mark, which one is the first function? Log x is the first function, algebraic is the second function. Now apply the formula. Formula is just above. First function as it is, log x as it is, in the bracket because we have a two terms. Integration of x square is x cube upon 3 plus integration of 1 is x minus, write down integration sign, write down this bracket as it is, x cube upon 3 plus x into differentiation of first function, that is differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Before moving to the next step, see, is it possible to take any term common here? Yes, we can take x common in this bracket. X common into 1 by x dx. Here x get cancels. Log x, x cube upon 3 plus x minus, only this term is remaining, x square upon 3 plus 1 into dx is remaining. So it is log x, this is x cube upon 3 plus x minus, in the bracket 1 by 3 constant, integration of x square is x cube by 3 plus integration of 1 is x plus c. See, if you want you can remove the bracket and write down. this is log x in the bracket x cube upon 3 plus x minus x cube upon 9 minus x plus c. See, is all the sums are interesting or what? Yes. Now we are moving to the next another important concept. I will give one important formula that is very important for CET and theory, and I will wherever necessary I will give some hints also. Next, integrals of the form integration of e raised to x in the bracket f of x plus f dash of x. See, first I will give you the formula derivation. Here first write down the given this whole term as a I. Let I is equal to e raised to x in the bracket f of x plus f dash of x. Remove the bracket, take e raised to x inside. E raised to x into f of x plus e raised to x into f dash of x into dx. Next, take the integration separately. I am not touch this second integration as I will keep the second integration as it is. In the first integration, this function f of x I am taking as a first function, f of x e raised to x as a second function. That's why I did the rearrangement. This is e raised to x, f dash means derivative, and I will explain about this formula after deriving the formula. This is the first function, this is the second function. See, rule tells you what? First function as it is, integration of second function minus integration sign e raised to x. What is the differentiation of first function? Here first function is f of x. What is the differentiation of f of x? F dash of x into dx plus, as I told you, the next integration I kept as it is. This is plus e raised to x into f dash of x minus e raised to x into f dash of x get cancels. So, what is remaining then? The remaining term is e raised to x into f of x, this is plus c. So, the formula is what then? Therefore, integration of e raised to x in the bracket f of x plus f dash of x dx is equal to e raised to x f of x plus c. Suppose if I explain this formula with the help of example, then it will be very easy for you. Yes, students? Yes. Now, I will give one example here. E raised to x in the bracket sin x plus cos x dx. See, if you take f of x as a sin x, what is its derivative? F dash of x, differentiation of sin x is cos x. See, that means outside we have a e raised to x. What about this bracket? The derivative of first function or any function, the derivative of one function gives another value. The derivative of one function gives another value, then the answer is e raised to x into f of x. In this problem, what is f of x? F of x is sin x. So, your answer is e raised to x into sin x plus c. See, is it very simple or what? Yes. Moving to the next example, tan inverse x plus 1 upon 1 plus x square into dx. Now, can you tell me what is f of x? Yes, if you are thorough in the differentiation, f of x is tan inverse x, f dash of x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So, the answer is e raised to x into tan inverse x plus c. See, is the all the sums are interesting or what? Only thing you have to remember the formula. Now, I am giving you some more examples related with this formula. write on the next example. Integration of e raised to x 1 upon x minus 1 upon x square into dx. Here what is f of x? F of x is 1 by x. F dash of x is minus 1 by x square. So the answer is e raised to x into 1 by x plus c, and write down the formula here, because e raised to x in the bracket f of x plus f dash of x is equal to e raised to x into f of x. If you write the formula, it's enough. No need to write all the explanation. This is enough. Next, integration of x into e raised to x upon 1 plus x whole square. See here the formula example is very interesting. When you rearrange e raised to x here, see the next term, it is in the form of fraction, and it is not in this form. It is not in this form. But in the example, if you see e raised to x, automatically in your mind you are getting this formula. You are getting this formula. And check, is it possible to rearrange in this form? Yes. For that I will give you one hint. Whatever the term, they are in the algebraic expression. Remember, they are in the form of algebraic expressions. Whatever there in the denominator, just write down here two terms. Here generally they are giving you 2 or 3 terms. The same, at least try to write one term, similar one term in the numerator by adjustment. Here it is e raised to x 1 plus x, that's why I am writing like this. See, is it balancing or what? Yes. How it is balancing? Plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, so you are getting a previous. And we got one term similar to this. Now it is e raised to x 1 plus x upon 1 plus x whole square minus 1 upon 1 plus x whole square into dx. One term is cancelled with this. E raised to x in the bracket 1 upon 1 plus x minus 1 upon 1 plus x whole square. See, if you are thorough in differentiation, if f of x is 1 upon 1 plus x, f dash of x is what? It is in the form of 1 by x. Differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square, and it is a linear. So we got the second one. And which formula we are applying? We are applying e raised to x in the bracket f of x plus f dash of x dx. So answer is e raised to x into f of x plus c. Now tell me, what is your answer in this problem? In this problem the answer is e raised to x into 1 upon 1 plus x plus c, because of this formula. See, is the sums are interesting and easy or what? Yes. And wherever necessary I am giving you hints also. They are important for your theory as well as CET. Moving to the next example. Exercise 7.6. Next example. E raised to x in the bracket 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x. See, whatever the hint I gave, that hint is for algebraic. This is a trigonometric term, and as I told you, in the problem if you see that e raised to x, first we are remember that formula. Which formula? E raised to x in the bracket f of x plus f dash of x. Here I am rearranging this e raised to x 1 upon 1 plus cos x plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x. Just I am taking the denominator separately. E raised to x as it is 1 upon 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2 submultiples plus sin x is 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 upon 2 cos square x by 2 into dx. Here 1, 2 and 1 cos is get cancels. E raised to x. This we can write 1 by 2. 1 by cos square is secant square x by 2 plus what is remaining here? Sin x by 2 upon cos x by 2 is remaining. This is e raised to x in the bracket 1 by 2 secant square x by 2, sin by cos is tan. And yes students, are you familiar with differentiation or what? Sir, tell me, differentiation of which term gives you which term? Is tan gives you secant square or secant square gives you tan? Yes. Yes, very good. Tan gives you secant square. So, f of x is tan x by 2. F dash of x is differentiation of tan is secant square x by 2 into 1 by 2. That means 1 by 2 into secant square x by 2. So, just for that sake I will rearrange. E raised to x in the bracket tan x by 2 plus 1 by 2 secant square x by 2 into dx. Answer is e raised to x into tan x by 2. See, is it interesting or what? Yes. And whatever the hint I gave in the previous example, depending on that, I will give some questions as a homework. Solve that. If you will not get, don't worry, I will explain in the next class. That homework questions are integration of x minus 3 upon x minus 1 whole square into e raised to x. As I told you, whatever the term in the denominator, try to get at least one term in the numerator. This is 3 x minus 1 whole cube. First one, second one. Similar example. X square plus 1 upon x plus 1 whole square into e raised to x dx. Yes, in the next class I will solve this example, homework examples, and I will give 2 more important formula that helps for your theory as well as CET. Continuing with the same process.